time since I've done a video. A lot of things going on, being sick, stuff like that. But I got a few things here from my sister. She had a few of these solar light things go bad, and she's got a couple more of them, but I figured I'd put some of these on here just to see what some of the faults are. And I know these things have problems all the time, so I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that, you know, have the same problems. So I figured I'd just go over a couple of them and see if we can fix these, and maybe they're quick and easy, which I think this one's going to be. We'll take a look at this one first and notice right away that the screws are gone. So I think I have no clue what happened to them. I think she probably opened it and looked at it, and I opened it up, and the first thing, or I took this off I should say, and the first thing I noticed was, hey, look at that, the solar panel lights, or the solar panel is not connected to the circuit board, and you can see that the circuit board is pretty gross. It's like it got a little bit wet in there, a little bit of corrosion. Looks like some spiders laid some eggs in there or something. So we got to figure out where the wires go and attach those again and see if we can get that one working again. Maybe that's all it is. I did notice that the battery compartment here looks like it's got a bit of rust on there, so we might have to clean that up. The contact looks pretty good though. The rust is just towards the end there, but so right now, you know, we just stick it in there and that's all we get. It doesn't do anything else because the solar panel is not connected to it. So it stays on the whole time. Doesn't do anything. So it'll just wear the battery down. So that's that one. So I'll clean all that up and everything, and find out where where these wires go, and then I'll show you that when I get back to that one. This one here looks just like that one. This has a different problem, and you can see this one, and I warned her about this. This one, you can see, this is a rechargeable battery purposely for these kind, and this one is a regular battery, and you cannot put regular batteries in these kind of lights because that's what happens to them. Because this thing tries to charge a regular battery, and it fails, of course, and it makes the battery leak all over the place and corrodes everything, and now you got nothing but a big mess. So we'll take this battery out of here, we'll clean up all this corrosion, put a new battery in there, and we'll see if anything happens, because this one's dead right now. I haven't taken the battery out of this before. I just left it in there so you could see what was going on. It's pretty gross there. It might even work if we just put another battery in there, but that's pretty gross in there. It's got, I'm not even going to put it in there right now because there's fluid leaking all down in there and everything. You can see that down in there. I'm going to clean that all up first before I stick this good battery in there, so we won't go any farther with that. Okay, and then this one here, it's a little different style, but it works on the same order, you know. And she said she put a couple of just regular batteries in some of these, and like I said, I told her you can't do that. So, and if that's what was the case in this one too, that could have done something to the circuitry, but that's all this one does. So even when I shine some light in here, that's a pretty bright light over there, so it's not it's not turning this off, and it should turn it off with the bright light in there. And just to give you an example that that light is bright enough, I have one that's right here that's works perfect. I got it apart because I want to show you something later. So when I tip this one up towards that light, you can see that it does shut the light off. I can bring it over here even, I think. Yeah, you can see that the how can I shield that there? Yeah, there you go. Can you see it now? But you can see that the light does go off when I turn it towards that, so that light is bright enough. So you can tell this one's not working. So that if that's the circuit board in there that just went to heck, we are probably not going to fix this one, because it doesn't pay to buy components for these, because you know, these things are so cheap these days that you just replace them. But we'll see. Maybe the wires fell off like this first one. You know, maybe we'll get lucky. So we'll try. So I'm going to do a few things here, just to fast forward a little bit, and I'll get back with you as soon as I come up with something here. Alrighty. Alright, you can see that I found a solder joint that was really bad, so I had to fix that, and the solder just didn't want to stick to that leg for some reason. The acid from the battery must have just really got to it or something. Or the corrosion or of something, the water or something. But it just didn't want to stick to that leg very good. The other side looked pretty good. So everything else looks really good. I mean, it's a little dirty yet, but doesn't seem like it wants to come off too good. But so we'll throw a battery in there and see what it does. See if it works. Change some glasses here. And this is just the first one. Still have these other two to look at. And this is the one that had the corroded magnet in, or the corroded battery in there. I cleaned it all up and everything. So this was the middle one that was sitting there. So let's see what this does. If it does anything. It was the leg on the main chip that's in there that does all the power regulating and everything. So it might be bad. That's on. Oh, look at that. Instantly turns off when the light comes on. Hey, looks like we might have one that's working again. Covered up, comes on. All right. That looks good. That's good, that's good. Let's actually see something here though. And this is what I was going to show you on this one too. Is I'm going to move this one out of the way for a second. I know this battery, I measured it, and I got kind of a mess on the side of my bench over here. This battery measures, wow, I have to tip that sideways so you can see it or something here. Even I got a bathroom fixture on here because I was repainting it. Get my bench off. Let's stick them underneath there so you can kind of see the numbers on this meter. So this reads, oops, let me get it on the right setting there. DC voltage 1.2, so let's see, I don't want to use that battery. I want to use it lower. That's why I want to use this one, because I was wearing this one down a little bit to about, well, it was wearing down. It was 0.8 something, but now it's 1.263 again. Okay, well, let's stick it in here. And right now it reads, let's reverse our leads here so we can see properly. It reads 911 millivolts. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just tip this towards the light and see if it's actually going to start, if the circuit is going to start charging this battery, let's say when the sun hits the solar panel. So let's see what it reads. So I'm bringing it closer to the light, and you can see the voltage is going up. So the charging circuit is good because it is going up. So we know that everything is okay with this circuitry. So that's good. That is good. Alright, so it looks like this one can go back together and can be put back into service. Nice. Alright, let's put the screws back in this one and let's move on to the next one. Alright, shall we look at this one? I took a picture of where that wire was on the other one. And of course, you know, I forgot already. But the two black wires went together, and so the black wire is down here. That's probably a little bright with this light on, but so black wires are down here and the white wire was up here. Okay, we're done with this, because what I was going to show you with this one was what I just showed you with the other one, how it charges with the battery in there with the sun shining on this. So I guess I don't need to show you that enough. But that's what I was going to show you with that one. Alright, so I'm going to get this one all cleaned up now, and we'll look at the end results and see if we can get this one going all the way. Alright, on to number 2. Alright, that wasn't too bad. Got the wires back in there. Got the spider webs out of there. And eggs and whatever else it was in there. It's not much of a white wire there. They could have gave us a little more. But we'll try to live with it. Hopefully we don't have to take this apart too many more times. So let me get this screwed back together here, and we'll give it a try like we did the other one, and keep our fingers crossed to see if it works. The screw head's a little wore out, but must have been from something eating away at it. Cheap screws, I guess. Never even made it in the hole. This must be the way that it got stuck in there. It made me think that I made it in there. Alright, let's try this one. That seems a little better. Try to tighten that up just a bit more. Without breaking that white wire. That's all you got for that white wire. It's not much at all. Alright, oh, I didn't clean off our rust on there. See if I can do that real quick. I can do this a little more off camera too. Instead of holding you in suspense here, I'll clean that some more off the camera if it's worthy of working. This one's the one that didn't have any screws in it, so I'll have to find some, or unless she still has some, I don't know. We have our one that we used before. Alright, light comes on. Now we got to see if it goes off. Let me turn on our light again. Oh, look at that, it goes off. On, off. Ah, look at that. Looks like we might have another good one. Yeah. Got those wires soldered on there, and that looks like that's the problem with that one. Got it all cleaned up. Get some screws in there. And we have what seems like another good one. Let's check what we did before to make sure our circuit is charging. So we have 1.2. Can you see that okay? That light's awful bright there. Throw that up there somewhere. Oh, we put that in the way. Close enough. No? Okay. 1.22. It'll go down because this battery was lower than that even, so they seem to charge up a little just when you let them sit. Alright, so now let's turn it towards, if I can hold this all together, you can see it's kind of moving it around, plus I need to clean that contact a little. Okay, so 1.22, it should go up when I point this towards the light, and the light should go off. There it goes off. We got 1.27. Alright, it's going up, so it's telling us that it's kicking into charging there. Go back down, the voltage goes down, so it looks like our charge mode is working too. All right. Good deal. All right, we are 2 for 2. Let's see if we can get the next one going. That's going to be our little round one here. All right, let's take this battery out of here. I'll clean this up a little bit more and we'll move on to this one here. All right. On a roll, on a roll. It looks like, besides the spider that I just pulled out of it, we have a loose wire. That is coming from the solar panel. And that loose wire from the solar panel is probably what's leaving our light on. So if we put our battery in here, our light stays on. But if we connect that battery or that wire up, wherever it goes, but I can't see right now where it goes, underneath the board, it goes in the same place as the ground, I'm sure, but I want to connect it to the right area. As soon as we connect that, I bet you this one will work. So let's just, this one looks pretty good inside besides the spider's nest. Let's just pop this board off here and see where this one, see where this wire goes to. Now, if that's a problem with all these things, is these wires keep popping off, you think that they would do some better training or better soldering techniques. I mean, how can the solder keep popping off when these things are closed? You know, there's nobody getting in here and playing with these solder joints, so. Yep, it looks like it come off right there. So all we have to do is put that solder joint right back on there like that, and this might be good to go. I'm just going to do that right now. Get this done and over with. It might be just that quick of a fix. If I can hold it all together here. Just blowing on it so it cools down a little faster. Alright. Everything else looks like it's connected. Alright. A little rust on the little terminal there, but not bad at all. Alright, let's put the screws back in. And give it a whirl. Did notice that one of our standoffs is broke over in this corner to hold our top piece on. Nothing we can do about that. Probably can glue it or something. I guess I can melt it with the soldering iron, but that's probably what I'll do, just to quick fix it. Like I said, ain't gonna spend a lot of time doing it on these cheap little things. Alright, let's just Let's just hope the battery stays in there this way. Let's see if we can get it in there. Aha! Covering it up. Works. The light goes off. What about we turn our light on here? Well, we don't even really need that because it was bright enough without that light. You can see it just with the light in the room. That one was pretty sensitive. So if we give this one the same test as we gave the rest of them, so what do we got here? We have 1.2. We lift this up, it goes off, and it goes to 1.27. Yep. You can see it goes back down to 1.22. So the charging circuit does work on it. So look at that. We are 3 for 3. Look at that. Some simple fixes. Mainly just some wires breaking off and some bad solder joints on one. So don't throw those things away. There looks like they could be some easy fixes. Check them out first, and then see if you can maybe borrow a friend's soldering iron, or if you got one yourself, give it a try. Why not? All right. Looks like I guess we'll see you in the next one.